Hi guys, it's Elaine here, the Animal Reiki Lady. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in the world. Thanks for joining me. Today's topic is going to be an interesting one. As always, it's a topic that comes from you guys. All of the things that I share, I get from the questions that you folks ask me. And today we're going to be talking about what happens when our pet is diagnosed with a terminal illness such as cancer. What can we do? Yep, it's the ugly C word. But before we begin talking about that, for those of you who may be catching me for the very first time, my name is Elaine. I'm the Animal Reiki Lady. I'm an Animal Reiki Master. I work primarily with animals, but also with the human companions who share their life. And I help people in the main part of my business. I help people create, sustain, heal the relationships with their animal companions. For this particular group, I focus on preparing and coping with pet loss, and sometimes that starts when our pet receives a diagnosis of cancer. I do practice Reiki, which is it's a Japanese word, but more than that, it is a system of stress reduction. Reiki is simply a way that we can help reduce and remove stress so that our bodies and our animals can do what their little bodies can do what naturally comes to them, which is to heal. And that's what we do with Reiki. So what happens when we receive a diagnosis of cancer? I've talked about this before in a couple other videos, and every single time that I broach this topic, something new comes to me. I just feel this connection with animals that has brought information to me, and that's how I share it with you. So I go completely off script. There isn't anything that I share with you that just doesn't come to me straight from the heart, and divine downloads from the animals that I've worked with. So cancer, we received that big C, that ugly word. My pet has been diagnosed. The specific question that came to me was, my pet has been diagnosed with prostate cancer. As soon as I got the diagnosis, it was unexpected. And what happens? We spiral right down the rabbit hole. Our mind goes immediately to anticipating their loss, anticipating suffering, anticipating grief. And that's what I want to try to shift. That's what I want us to try to change. And the next part of the person's question was, I just don't know what I'm supposed to do next. That's where I think I can really help you. Set aside anticipatory grief and instead focus on anticipatory healing, or anticipating their recovery. That's what I called this video, anticipating your pet's recovery. The person who posed this question, she said to me, I also have a vision. I'm holding this vision in my mind that I can share Reiki with my pet. She doesn't even know what Reiki is, but that's okay. I can share Reiki with my pet, and then I'll go back to the doctors, and they'll say, oh my gosh, it's an absolute miracle. There's absolutely no sign of the cancer anymore. We have no explanation for what happened, but your pet is perfectly fine. When that is the beautiful response we would all love to get, and I think I can help you get there. I am a Reiki practitioner and Reiki master. You don't have to be that in order to be able to create a healing space for your animal companion. And I want to share with you my ideas about that. Where veterinary care, amazing veterinary care, veterinarians are amazing practitioners. I love them to pieces. They even practice Reiki without knowing it, but they care for our pets' medical and physical needs. With Reiki, we care for our pets' spiritual and energetic needs. So it becomes holistic. The care we offer them becomes holistic. You don't have to have a Reiki practitioner or understand what the word Reiki means to understand that you can assist your pet in rebalancing, releasing some stress, and helping their body to heal. So I'm going to show you what I would recommend. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what the word healing means, because that's just as loaded of a word as the word cancer. Which I would just wish we could eliminate that whole word from our vocabulary. Okay, here's what I would do. If your pet is diagnosed with a terminal or chronic illness, I recommend doing this at least 5 minutes every single day. Every single day. Start out with 5 minutes. If you can only get 1 minute, go with 1 minute. But I'm going to show you I'm going to use the M word, meditation. I'm going to show you something that you can do that will help your pet's spiritual and energetic balance. 5 minutes a day. All I want you to do is to go someplace quiet. Sit on a chair, sit under a tree, sit by your favorite rose bush, sit in the favorite spot in your house, wherever that spot may be. If your animal companion will join you, that's beautiful too, but they don't have to. And what I want you to do is quiet your mind. And people say to me all the time, what does that mean? I always say, quiet your mind and open your heart. Well, that is the big secret. Quieting your mind allows you to fill your heart with love, and love and compassion are actually action verbs. It's not just a, oh, sweetheart, I love you so much. No, love is a physical feeling we can create in our body and share that with our animal companion. That's what I'm sharing. That's what I'm trying to share. Okay, so you go to a quiet space. You quiet your mind. I can't quiet my mind. That's the other thing people say to me all the time. You don't understand everything that's going on in my life. Oh, want to bet? I promise you I understand. I'm not immune to all the things that life puts in our path, all the little roadblocks, all the daily stuff that keeps us 24/7 in a state of stress. So they say, I can't quiet my mind. Here is how you quiet your mind. When you go to your comfortable space, wherever that may be, I don't care if it's lying down on your bed, sitting in your favorite chair, outside under a tree. Go there, close your eyes, focus on your breath for just a couple minutes. No need to do any weird breathing. Just breathe in, breathe out. Do it 2 or 3 times. Breathe in, breathe out. Now, when you get a little bit better at this, I love to imagine that I'm breathing in like healing energy. I'm just breathing it in. And on the exhale, I'm sharing it by breathing it out. But you don't have to go there if you don't want to. Just breathe naturally. Imagine in your mind, think about it, let all those thoughts intrude, because I want you to take stock of what they are. Whether it is stuff about family, stuff about work, stuff about your pet, stuff about bills, stuff about weight loss, stuff blah, 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 all that blah, blah, blah. I want you to visualize putting it into a bag. Just put it into a bag, dump it all in, dump, 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 dump. Pull the bag closed like a big cinch. Pull the bag closed, set it aside. Put it under your favorite tree. In your mind, put it under your favorite tree, over by a little rose bush. Set it out in a meadow. Let the sun shine on it. Just set it aside for 5 minutes. You can have it back. After 5 minutes, if you want that bag back, take it back. Personally, I'd like to leave it sitting out there. I don't need all that crap. So just leave that bag. Let the tree take care of it for just 5 minutes, so that you can be fully present for your animal companion, for your dog, your cat, your horse, your snake, your bearded dragon, whatever animal is sharing your life that has received this diagnosis. Just open your mind then, quiet your mind, and start to fill your body with love. And as you do that, I want you to visualize exactly what this person described. I want you to visualize a miracle. I want you to visualize that your animal companion is perfect, that all is well, that their little body has healed, that they know exactly what to do, that they are safe and loved and cared for, that they've got the best veterinarian in the whole wide world, and they've got the best mama or the best papa, that they have got so many beautiful things going on in their life. And when you do that, you begin to release your own stress, because when you can de-stress, your pet can de-stress. When we hear the word cancer, our body just goes into a knot. Our mind goes down the rabbit hole. Our heart goes crazy. Everything is out of alignment, and our pets mirror that stress, and their body is not capable of healing the way that it can heal. So when we go to that quiet spot, when we set our own worries aside and focus on them as perfect, focus on them as all is well, it releases our stress, it releases their stress. When that stress dissipates and floats off into the air, their body returns to, it's called homeostasis. It is a state of wellness. It's when all of the cells in their body do what they are meant to do, which is heal. So that's where Reiki comes in, right? You can practice this. You don't need a Reiki practitioner. 5 minutes a day, go to that quiet space, set your troubles aside, focus on your animal companion, picture them as perfect, picture all is well, Imagine them as in a beautiful state of recovery or not. It might be just be easier to picture them as perfect and whole. And no matter what's going on with them, they are loved just the way they are for who they are. Creating that space creates a healing space. That's the system that I recommend that you share with your animal companion every single day, no matter what. But specifically when you've received an illness that has caused you to go out of balance, you can help both yourself and your pet rebalance. So let's talk about healing. This is a little bit harder topic, okay? So I'm going to share with you the 3 types of healing. There are 3 types of healing. When I share the energy of Reiki, the loving energy of Reiki, Reiki is just all about love, and it's that universal love that connects every living thing. When I share that energy, that healing space of Reiki, there are 3 types of healing. The first is the one that everyone longs for. That's recovery. Immediate recovery, spontaneous remission. It happens with people and it can happen with pets. Absolutely. We've seen it, it's documented. Spontaneous recovery. That would be our ideal, is to have a recovery, and better yet, an immediate recovery. A second type of healing is balanced healing, is probably what I would call it, where an animal's chronic condition, it continues, but we have helped them ease. We ease the symptoms, we ease their pain, we allow them to live in harmony with the condition that they have. We allow them to live a fulfilling life with the condition that they have. So that's the second type. That's like a balanced healing is what I would call it. The third type is the hardest pill for us human beings to swallow, especially those of us whose animal companion is our soulmate. And when we find our soulmate, we don't ever want that to end. And that's a topic for a different time. You can watch another video up here about how their love never ends even when they transition. But when they're our soulmate and we want to fix them, we want to heal them, we want to save them, we want to prevent their death, they're on their own journey. And so this is the type of healing that is the hardest pill for us to swallow. And that is when they use the healing energy of Reiki to transition. So instead of choosing to live with their condition, they choose to cross over. People reach out to me every single day asking me to save their pet. And I will absolutely, always, every single time, I deny no one. I will open my heart to them and to their animal companion. I will share that loving space, that loving energy of Reiki, but I cannot force an animal to choose. I cannot change the path of their own life. They are sentient beings with souls and lives of their own, and they have come to join us for some reason. You know that reason. Every single person who has that deep of a connection with their animal companion understands why they're there to share this time with them. And we don't want to lose that. It's painful. It's hurtful. It does cause us grief. And that's also a video for another time about what to do, how to help them, how to actually help ease their transition and become fully present for them. But those are the 3 types of healing. So I like to prepare people for that. When we talk about preparing for pet loss, we have to face the fact that they do live shorter lives than us. And it's our job as their companion to truly be there for them as in the best supportive way that we possibly can. And so we open this healing space for them, knowing that they have a choice of how they wish to heal. And when we can open our heart to that kind of love, it also helps ease that for us too. So I've tried to ease into that part about transition, but I understand that that is a hard pill for us to swallow. So those are the 3 types of healing. For this purpose, as long as you understand what those types of healing are, create that healing space for your animal companion, and you and he or she journey together through that healing journey. Okay, so I think that's everything that I had for you today. So I want to share with you something that you can do. You do not have to sit idly by after a diagnosis of a terminal or chronic illness. There is something you can do with your animal companion every single day to support them in their healing, however that healing, whatever path that healing takes. All right. As always, oh wait, I'm supposed to say these things. So I know that like I just share with you the information that comes from my heart. But if we want to get this information out there, if we want to share with everybody and create a better healing, loving space for all animals and all people, please subscribe to my channel and then click the little bell. There's like a little bell over there. Click that because then you'll be notified of all my future videos. I try to do 1 or 2 a week. And then also, if you would like this video, that would be helpful as well. It gets this message out there to many more people when we do that. Okay, and also, if you have the comments or questions, if there is anything, no topic is off limits for me. Honestly, no topic is off limits. Go ahead and post your questions below in the comments, and I will be happy to answer them. I respond. I try not to miss anybody. If you put a comment below, I try to respond. And if there's a specific topic that you would like to see covered, I would be happy to do a video just for you, just as I did for this person who reached out to me yesterday after their dog had been diagnosed with prostate cancer. Okay, have an amazing morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you happen to be. May the animals light your way. I love you so much. Take care.